Tom Bassett. My wife and I own ProCam Services. We're a CNC job shop located in Zeeland, Michigan. And our specialty is short lead times without sacrificing quality. When I started ProCam Services in 1995, 11 years ago, we moved into this building and we've been here ever since. In 2018, my wife and I were at IMTS and we happened to be walking past the Zoller booth. My wife says, "Well, what is this?" And I'm like, "Well, that's a presetter. That's not really for us. You know, we're a job shop. That's more of a production thing." I was like, "Well, wait a minute. You know, you're here to see the equipment. Let's take a look at it." I explained to the salesman that probably really not something we were interested in. And then he showed us how it checks the run out, how you set your tool length offset. You know, I like it, but that's probably really not something for us. We started walking off and all of a sudden the numbers are starting to go through my head. I'm like, well, how long does it take for a guy to touch off a tool? Say the average job has 15 tools to it. By the time he touches them off, checks them run out, if he's cruising, he'll probably burn a half hour. So we put out 20 or 30 jobs a day. If you start doing the math, you're gonna be ordering your Zoller. I couldn't believe the numbers. My sons and I started looking through it, and they're like, if anything, you're conservative with your numbers. We're gonna get this thing paid off in less than 3 months.
I'm Alex Bassett. I'm the day shift foreman. I felt like the biggest, oh my gosh, why haven't we had this sooner with the Zoller, was the simple jobs. Something super simple would still take us an hour to do. I mean, you have to touch off all the tools, you have to work all those tools in. Now with the Zoller, I just put that part in, pick it up, throw my tools in about 2 minutes, and I'm done with the job in 15 minutes.
With the first year of having the Zoller, we saw an increase in our sales because we were able to do more jobs in less time. With IMTS in 2022, I wanted to move the company towards heat shrinks. Just like with the presetter, I came back to the same conclusion. I really like how the Zoller heat shrink was built. From using the Zoller heat shrink, our tool life with that tooling is now 4 times longer than it used to be. It not only increased the tool life, but decreased our cycle times.
So we were asked by our customer to make a 16 by 16 cone for a rocket, and we had to machine a lot of very, very small channels through it. Because of the material type, it was Inconel, which was very hard to machine. So we had to load the machine with 24 different tools. Because of the Zoller, we were able to just Zoller all of these tools, load my tools, hit the go button, and we let that thing run for about 10 days straight. Once that was over, I checked it. It was perfect. It was quite exhilarating and nerve-wracking because we only had the one part, and if we messed up, it was gonna be out of our pocket.
When the tools are built and they go through the Zoller equipment, we know that they're accurate and we can just run. There's a lot more confidence that the part is gonna come out right the first time.